Welcome to Know Your Star. This is the program in which we're talking to stars, like the one I have right now. I have Mr. Sam Shen, who is doing well in a lot of things. I don't want to waste time. Let me just go straight to Mr. Sam Shen. Mr. Shen, how are you?
I'm all right. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Okay, I'm privileged to have you in this program, and people are yearning to hear who is this Sam Shen. They've been hearing much of you. The good sound behind a lot of artists. People have liked a lot of things what you're doing. In fact, so now to start with, people would like to understand who is Sam Shen.
Actually, I'm just one simple dude who loves to do stuff from his heart, because what I actually believe in is music is not there for us and art per se. When you work in this industry where we at, it's actually about what you feel, not really what you can hear. So I remember one time there was this group that I was teaching. They wanted to get an orientation on, musically. So I went there. The first thing that I told them was, when you go into the music circles, you get to a point where you no longer just hear the music, but you feel. So I'm one guy who actually just wants to, bring out what I have within. So that's what I do. And if you do your art from the heart, it speaks by itself. So that's actually Sam Shen. That's what.
All right, so thank you so much. But really, I would like to understand, and people there would like to understand some of the things that you're doing apart from producing music. Are you doing some other stuff, or you just doing music?
Beautiful. That's a beautiful question. Actually, I'm into graphics and designing. I've been doing that for a minute now. Since the first time I actually sat on a PC to do stuff like graphics and music, it was in 1995.
Oh, okay.
That was, yeah,
Right.
It's a minute now. So I'm into graphics and designing. Apart from that, I do web development, and apart from that, I do production of music, and apart from that, I do music synthesis. You know what that is?
Exactly.
That's actually where you create your own sounds.
Okay.
So there are a lot of songs that I've done where I was looking for some sound that is playing in my mind. I couldn't just find it. Then I would get funny stuff like spoons, knives, and then just click on them, then get the sound and just start just playing around until I get something that I'm pleased with. So sound synthesis is where you come up with your own designs of sound. This is just something that I love to do.
Okay.
Yeah, basically that's it.
Okay. I hope people also would like to understand. Are you just working with the local people, or you are working with some people from other countries like Nigeria, like some other countries apart from Zambia?
Exactly, I do. Yeah, that's actually a nice question. I've worked with a couple of guys.
Okay.
There's one dude that I've done stuff for. Is in the United States. Pardon me. Is also a guy who owns a studio. It's a very big studio. Is into hip hop.
Okay.
So he got me to hear his stuff, and I said, no, there's something that I can do with the stuff. So we did a track. He's a white guy, actually. Apart from that, I've got some people I work with in South Africa. The DJs and stuff. And apart from that, we've got a base in Uganda.
Okay.
Uganda, we've got something good that is happening there. Apart from that, I've got my musical kids in Kenya. They have a studio and they're doing really, really fine. So there's some stuff that is happening in South Africa. We've covered, Uganda. We've covered parts of the States, United States. So we just rolling with it like that. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So with the things that you've mentioned, when did you venture into what you are doing, really, in terms of graphic designing and music? When exactly? People would like to understand, how long have you been in the game, of producing music, graphic designing, and some of those things you're doing?
come on. If I don't really love to talk about the years I've been doing this, because the reason why we're doing the show and stuff like this is mostly for the people that are coming up. So if they hear how long I've actually done this, they would probably get discouraged. But the thing is, whatever I'm doing right now is, I would call it passion, yes, but mostly was just for me to firstly survive.
Okay.
Yeah, there was a time when I looked for job. I wanted to work like anybody else normally. I couldn't get a job. I couldn't get a life for myself. And everybody that was close to me, including the people that I looked up to, said, you're not going to amount to anything. And then the art is one thing that, became like a gateway for me. If I would do art passionately, I know I would, in the end, earn a living out of it. So I started slowly. And actually, I just want to talk to some kid out there, some old man out there, some lady out there. Just have faith in yourself, believe in yourself, because it was the same with me. In the end, I just needed to believe in my dream. I needed to believe in what I do. What I do actually works.
Okay.
If I convince myself what I do works, then everybody's bound to appreciate my stuff.
Exactly.
Because it starts with you. Mm-hmm. You gotta love what you do.
Exactly.
If you believe in yourself, then it's very easy for everybody else to believe in you.
Okay.
So yeah, when I talk about time, no, it's not the right thing. But the right thing is, it's actually about you.
Okay.
If you feel I can do this, just go for it. Then just do it.
Okay.
Yeah. Then in the end, you see the results of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's so good. Viewers, I'm talking to Mr. Sam Shen. He has explained who he is and what he does. And, he's a big guy. Let me say he's a big man, so to say. He does a lot of things, a lot of things. A lot of stuff. He talks about music, graphic designing, and a lot of things, in the world of creation. Now, people, I think they would like to understand exactly. I've been hearing people know music produced by Sam Shen. They sound so good. What is the secret behind, the beautiful sound that the people hear? What do you do? What is the secret for sound to sound like the way you produce? What is the secret exactly? Because I've heard a lot of people, they're talking about that. Mr. Sam Shen produce well. Yeah, exactly.
I love this. That's a good one. I love this. I think the secret behind it is actually my background.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my background.
Okay.
Yeah, it has just a sniff peek of it. My background, when I went into music way back in time, it was, I think, some 20 years ago. When I went into, we were just doing some ordinary stuff. And then we had one particular guy who was doing stuff from Swaziland, and then used to produce for some people in Zimbabwe. Then he was frequently, traveling to the States, and then he would come back, travel there, come back. So he came into my studio.
Okay.
That time we had a Pentium 3. So when he came in, he said, just play the best of the sounds that you got.
Okay.
So I played a lot of stuff for him. I played and played and played and played and played. I was bouncing to my own bass. And then he just looked at me. He doesn't express. This guy is really good. No expression whatsoever. He's just quiet, just looking at him. And then he drew out a CD and said, play track 3. When he played it, my stuff sounded like trash, all of it. That was my turning point. I said, no. Okay. If I'm into music, I need to really do music. That's for us guys. You don't define yourself by, your area. I'm in the eastern part of Zambia. I'm in the northern part of Zambia. If you firstly believe in yourself, secondly, know the art, know the field you're in. I was doing a lot of stuff, but all of it was junk until I came into contact with this guy. One track that changed my world forever. You know what I did? went into town, bought all the CDs there were, all the tapes there were, the Kalindulas, the Kwaitos, every sound. Then I locked myself up. I wanted to listen to the sounds in the sounds, the sounds in the sounds, how the snares. This time, if you come to me, I want to play a reggae track. It's like a computer, it's like a PC. All the hi-hats, the snares, the whatever sounds are supposed to be in there, they'll just come lining up. I think that's what we need in our time. Not the sounds, but we need a challenge. A challenge that would come, knock us hard. And that challenge will wake us up. I think what I'm doing. You know, a lot of guys out there, they're not comfortable. If you come to them straight on the face, you say, what you're doing is not just working out. You're not going anywhere. They won't feel comfortable. Okay. But I'm here, guys, I'm telling you. If what you do ain't good enough, work hard, find some challenge. Find some guy that can challenge you. Find him and then meet him. Let him criticize your work. These people, the one who is a good artist. The one behind the camera these are good people. They're good people. So meet them. Let them listen to music. Let them criticize you. Hear their views. You grow from there. You grow from challenges. I think that's the way. I hope I'm.
Exactly. I'm loving the way you explain, and I'm getting something as well. But there's this question. You said you're doing graphic designing, a lot of things, a lot of stuffs. Do you work with someone, or you're just alone?
Oh yeah. Mostly I work alone. The reason is simple. I don't know how to explain this. The first part of the projects, I would lay the grounds alone. Maybe the templates and stuff. If there are people, then I would just say, okay, this is what I'm looking for. This is what we should do. This is what we should do. Then coming to sometimes why I do work alone. Why I do work alone is because of this. I've got something within me that I want to bring out. Okay. And I want it to come out in a certain way. Every time if I want to give it to somebody, somehow I get convinced they won't do it exactly the way I want it to be. So I have a problem with that. Okay. So even though I say, okay, help me doing this, you will have a problem with me because frequently I'll be coming to check. All right. The problem is I work with my heart. I don't work with this guy. I work with this guy. If I don't feel what I design, if I don't feel what I've created, then I'll do it over and over. And you know what? From way back, this has been a problem with the guys that I work around with. They always say, you take a lot of time developing your stuff. I say, to hell. Let me be me. If I'm convinced this is good, it's really good. It has to be good. That's just the way I am. You know. One surprising fact is actually here in Zambia, we were like the pioneers of computer music. There weren't such. 20 years ago, we didn't have it. Mm-hmm. But I needed to create music like if you create a guitar, it needed to sound like a guitar. When you get a photo or a video, we didn't have, realistic cameras. We just had those janky small cameras. But we pushed our skills to where that small camera would come out like a big thing. Okay. It's all within you. It's all within you. You bring it out. Okay, this picture is good, but how can I do to crank it up more? Exactly. So the assumption you're talking to is mostly in there. That what you see out there. It's just hidden there. Okay. So yeah, the big thing is just bring out the inner you. The one that is in there, just pull him out, then let him breathe. then you see greatness out there.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, thank you so much. Viewers, I am talking to Mr. Sam Shen on the program called Know Your Star, and you can watch the program on Grace Media Inc. YouTube channel, and make sure that you subscribe to, to be notified anytime we upload the video. And you're watching this program on CTV, channel 116 on Topstar, on Thursday every 19:30 hours, and repeats every Friday at 11:05. Now, Mr. Ashen, let's talk about people that are heard. Do you have anyone who you can point to say, I've worked with that guy?
Actually, yes. Yeah, there are a couple of guys out there. There was probably a lot of people would know him, Oga Kent, Oga family.
Exactly.
Yeah, there's him. He used to come a lot. Working with him, we worked not like, a distant producer, but he used to come a lot to my place.
Okay.
He used to bug me, actually. He used to bug me. Bakulu, uncle,
Okay.
bug me. Yeah, those guys are big. I think if you go to YouTube, you check on the list of the richest guys in Zambia.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, those that are familiar with YouTube, just check the richest artists in Zambia. Is probably on number 4 or number 5. This guy is big now
Exactly.
through these hands. Come on.
That's so nice to learn.
The big thing that I can emphasize on is this. It's not really about the place. Look at Eastern Province. Eastern Province, where we at. A lot of people say, no, we need to go to Lusaka, we need to go to the Copper Belt, we need to go to Kabwe, we need to go. Here we've got CTV, beautiful people there. Here we've got Smooth, here we've got, but they would rather go to some other place. But from here we've done a lot of work. Oga Kent, there's Shimasta, Mayo Wandine. I actually, from the audio to the video.
Oh.
Yes, we're doing that video in Matero. That's what we're doing the video from.
Okay.
Yeah. Then apart from that, Winston.
Oh, Winston
crazy
Moyo.
guy. We had some good time there back in the day.
Okay.
So then we've got interactions with some dudes like TK. We used to go to his place. Used to goof around for a little bit. And the Charlie Davis Link. Those were good times. But one thing should be very clear.
Mm-hmm.
This all happened because of, I'm going back to the same thing, because of the inner fire that I used to feel.
Okay.
The thing is, if you're going to approach these guys, it's not as simple as, I'm a producer, I'm an artist. They won't even look at you. But if you have that fire to push yourself. It's like they respond to what you are inside. They respond to that. So they begin to drift towards you. Slowly, they know who you are.
Okay.
So if anybody listens to me, I've done this. Yeah, we're making it. No, it's about you working on yourself, working on your skill, and then you get to a point of perfection, and then you push yourself out there. Because out there, that's where it happens. So get yourself known, get your name out there, get your talent and your skill out there. Then, mostly I say it again. For me, I really appreciated being on this program, not because of me, but because of 1, 2, 3 guys that watch this. I know their lives will be changed forever.
Exactly.
Their lives will be changed forever. If there is one thing that I'll keep saying, whatever you get is locked within you. Even in the Eastern Province, I know it. Not I believe it, but I know it. We're going to make it big.
Mm-hmm.
Big, very big. But we just need to start believing in ourselves. A lot of people have said this. As Eastern Province, let's come together. There's no cooperation. That's trash. That's just nonsense. This is not about a group. This is not about a bunch of guys. This guy is good. This guy is good. Let's come together. That one comes later. But now it's about you. Then once you've made your mark, you look at how you can lift others as well. Then you look at how you can come up as a group. I mean, you haven't done anything by yourself. How do you expect as a group you're going to do anything at all? It doesn't work. This is an individual, encouragement. It goes to an individual, you can do something good and something amazing. Just push yourself beyond the limits. Yep.
Now, from what you're doing, graphic designing, music, which part of these things are you giving most of your time? Maybe you give most of your time to graphic designing or music.
Damn, that's hard. It's hard. It's hard. It's not easy. That is tough. That is rough because a lot of things in myself.
Exactly.
There are a lot of fires that are burning in myself. There are times that I just feel I'm really passionate about this design. I need to bring it out. This other time, probably the week that will follow, it's a song that is coming up. It's a song that is coming up. I do it. So it's really hard for me to, dedicate time. I say, okay, this one is for music. This one is hard. Okay. And because of that, I've found it hard to work with a lot of people from here. Yeah, I'm becoming a little bit stingy because there's a lot of stuff that I feel I can give out there to Zambia, I can give out to the world. So it's hard if you feel the people that you're trying to help are not going anywhere. They ain't going anywhere at all. And then you are prevented to go anywhere because of them. So they ain't going anywhere. You're not going anywhere as well. So you tend to withdraw. But basically, what I do is, I would work on a project. And then once it's done, I pack it. And then I go to the graphics part. I do the covers. I do I goof around with a few graphics in there. And then I go to the video part. And then the video part takes me a little longer, sometimes 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I'm just working on a clip. And then from there, I go back to the music part. Then I do something. Then when a client comes, it's the same cycle. I do the music first. And then from the music, we go to the covers. Then from the covers, then we go to the videos. And we just work like that.
All right. So when we talk about music, do you only produce some, selected types of music, or many? You produce reggae, R&B, and do you produce all kinds of?
All kinds, everything. That's actually the transformation that I talked about at first. Mm-hmm. It changed everything in me. I needed to learn what Kalindule was. I needed to learn what Kalifungu was. I needed to learn what reggae, raga was. Even some other like bimbap, some other genres that people are not familiar with. I went into that, and at some point, I was gotten to work from South Africa.
Oh.
Yeah, I was gotten to go and work from South Africa because of the same. I had gotten very good with the sounds that these guys came, and then when they came, they said, "Okay, we want you to go and work on Kwaito tracks in South Africa." It was good. It was good. There, I got to interact with Vuyo.
Okay.
Yeah, I got to interact with Miriam Makeba, and exactly. Miriam Makeba was a great name, the whole Africa.
Exactly.
Yeah, well, they got to a point where they wanted me to have an interaction with Rebecca Malope, but then she wasn't in South Africa. She had traveled out. So we got to meet, and Sifo Makabane as well. Okay. In that time, he wasn't in the studio. And it's different. When you go into South Africa, these guys, if it's your time to record, you remain in the studio for those months. Everything by the studio, the food, clothes, everything, you're just locked in there. So you find that if you come, this is a reception, these guys are just chatting. The Vuyos, the Sifo Makabanes, they're just chatting. If there's session, they go to that. So these are big, big places, like a big mansion with rooms. So you move in. If it's your time to record until your project is done. So, but here is you do a track, then you go. Then you come back. It was tiny, tiny studios. I think we really need to work on our studios as well. We need big, big things in this place. Come on, big things in this giant. Big things, big studios.
All right, so as we are coming to the very end of the program, how do you feel Eastern Province is doing in terms of, production?
Yeah, Eastern Province is actually coming up. It's coming up. The guys are really doing good. I've had time to listen to James Kelly. His stuff is really good. Yeah, it's unique. And there's this young star that's coming up, Iris Missionary. That's really good. Right now he's in the southern province. Then there was McClough. That guy was really good. There are a few other people. We've got Jay Wyson is in the States right now. He's doing really fine. From here, we've got the KDs in the land. Yeah. But the thing is, as Eastern Province, I think we don't just get comfortable. If we've reached a stage like on a chef and these other guys, then they just get comfortable in themselves. So, nah, we've just done it. We here. Come on, just shut up already. This is Eastern Province. You can do better than this. So I think we just need to push the stakes a little bit higher. Because as Eastern Province, I say it again, it's coming up very well. Very well. But if you compare to the standard that I look at, I think we're still far.
Okay.
Yeah, we're still far.
Okay.
Because what we should look at is one artist that will have one project, and that project will be able to feed nations. Okay. Case in point, Michael Jackson. There was a war that was unending in Ethiopia. There was hunger. Michael Jackson got together with a few artists, did one track, We Are the World. That track fed an entire nation of Ethiopia. One track. So we're just not looking at artists that will be comfortable in themselves, but artists that will make it very big, that they will feed the whole entire nation, that the government will depend on them for assistance and help, for financial aid. One artist. That's what we're looking at. So if we talk about that, it means we've got a lot of work to be done.
Exactly. All right. So as we are coming to the end, your last words, especially to the young, upcoming musicians, producers, what would be your last words?
Keep cranking, keep pushing it, keep pushing yourself. Whatever you need is inside you. A lot of people come, they'll say, maybe try the Copper Belt, maybe try Kabwe, maybe try Lusaka, maybe try blah, 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 blah. Don't dare listen to them. Listen to me and listen to me good. Whatever you have is within you. The fire that you feel is going to take you far. Your gift will take you very far. Firstly, believe in yourself. Secondly, find challenges. Find people that can really, really, really knock you down off your feet. People that would make you feel hopeless and useless. Then you begin to build from there. Then you're going to make it big. I know there's somebody who is watching this right now. We're going to make it big. 2022, big things. This is 2021?
Yeah, this is
2021, big things. Thank you very much. Thank you. Love you very much.
All right, so Mr. Samshan, I must mention that I'm so privileged to talk to you. Let me thank you so much for appearing on the show, and I'm hoping that we're going to be together next time again, because some things that I would like to talk about, I want you to mention them. So let me thank you so much.
Thank you very much. It's been a big, huge pleasure for me to be on the program. And once more, keep watching Chipata TV and Grace Media. What did you say?
That's Grace Media Inc. Studios.
Grace Media Inc. Everybody, thank you very much.
All right, so let me thank you so much, viewers, for watching for this program called Know Your Stuff. Been talking to Mr. Sam Shen, who is doing a lot of things. He's a producer, he's a graphic designer, and a lot of things. And I believe that you've got to know him. I believe that now you have an idea who this man is. So thank you so much for watching the program. My name is Aaron Cantero. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to subscribe to that channel, as well as watch the repeat on Friday, sorry. That's 11:05 on CTV. Thank you so much for watching.